One, go.
Hi, my name is Bobby. I've been dealing with neuropathy now for probably about 5-6 years or so. And I've been struggling using different kind of, trying pills and trying this and trying that. And nothing has been working. And finally found Dr. Strong through Facebook. My wife found him, and she's a real stickler. She researched about him and has nothing but good things about him. So figured I'd give him a try, and it's been a great improvement. Came a long way. Been able to, wasn't able to, I was a jogger for many years and had to stop doing that, and then I would walk and I slowly couldn't do that. Now I'm back to walking 4 times a week, 2.5 miles. Just recently started jogging just a little bit, trying to deal with the heat, but hopefully in this fall I'll start jogging more. But just had a wonderful experience with Dr. Strong and all the stuff we've done to improve my mobility, which is something I enjoy. We're annual pass holders at Disney, and we go there a lot, and recently had a granddaughter, and we're looking forward to taking her. And it was a struggle going to Disney. It was hard, walking. But the last few times I've been going, I just do a good pace and keep up with everybody, and they kind of work with me, and things is just really, really doing well.
That's great. And so I think, Bobby, we've been together for almost 1.5 or 2 years now. And when you first came in, you were going to Disney in about 3 months with your granddaughter, and it was really hard to get around. You were having to use a scooter to get around, and I remember you said, Doc, is there anything that we can do? Like, am I going to be better so I can walk? And I said, hey, Bobby, I don't know. Let's just give this a shot. This is going to take some time. And when you got to Disney, it was still trouble. Like, you still were having to use the scooter. But then I know after about 9 months of, doing the therapy consistently, staying diligent with it, it was so much better. You didn't have to use a scooter. You were able to walk around and do that. And I think a lot of people just underestimate how long it takes. So can you kind of attribute to that? Just, you're setting proper expectations for people?
Yeah, it's definitely a process, but when you deal with something for so long, you can't expect it to go away in a matter of months. You have to do what you're supposed to do. I do my at-home stuff, what I'm supposed to do. Just gotta be diligent. And if you do what you're supposed to do, it's not gonna go away overnight, but you definitely, like me in the last year, year and a half, or however long I've been coming here, which isn't a lot of time, as opposed to how long I've been dealing with it. It's been working fine. You just gotta put the time in, and don't expect miracles, but if you do what you're supposed to do, I found it's gonna work.
And for somebody that's watching this, that maybe they're on the fence of, should I do this or should I not do this? What would you say to them? Because I think everybody has doubts, and I'm sure you had doubts, but what kind of pushed you over that edge so that you would start doing this and, get your health back?
Oh, I definitely worked doing it. And I said what pushed me over the edge is I've been dealing with this so long and nothing worked. And like I said, my wife's did her due diligence, did some research, and I came and talked to you, and I felt so comfortable here. That was a big thing. I'm kind of an old school guy, and I need to feel comfortable with my surroundings, comfortable with what's going on. And everybody in here has been nothing but helpful, and he's great to work with. And that's a big plus for me, is you guys being so accommodating and working with me. But I recommend recommend it in a heartbeat.
Great. All right, Bobby. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, and thank you for helping us get our message out so we can help more people like yourself.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I appreciate you guys here doing all you've done for me.
Perfect.